Topic here today is the Friends reunion. I haven't seen Friends ever, and um, that's the reason why I didn't see the reunion. So, you saw it. What did you think of it?
Yeah, everyone for years has been looking for Friends reunion, and they're over 10 years after the show finished now. Yeah, it was number one show in the world for like 6 seasons straight, and I think 25 million people used to watch it. And the finale, 52 million people watched the very last episode. So it just shows you the fan base it has, and ever since it hit Netflix, it just gets bigger and bigger, and people have wanted this reunion for years. Is there a reason why you haven't really watched it or come across it or no interest in it?
No, I just never. I'm not into sitcoms, and so that's the reason why I haven't watched Big Bang Theory or anything else.
Yeah. Well, look, I was never like die hard fan of it. My sister was, or still is. She started watching it when she was like 8 and 9 and 10 and stuff. Still watches it, but she loved it. She got like loads of toys and the box sets and stuff like that. Yeah, board games. So she loved it, and like it's an easy watch. The comedy in it is it's like it's not like in like brand new comedy you've never heard of before. But I think the actors really make it. I think they're so likable and the way they deliver their lines. It's an easy show to watch. 23 minutes each episode. Seasons are pretty big. You know, I went on for 10 years and it was huge. And this reunion was pretty cool to see. And so many celebrities showed up as well. It was just cool to see them all hang out again. Did you see anything from the reunion that kind of caught your eye online that you were like, oh, that happened? Or did anything like that come
Nope,
across for you?
no idea.
When Lady Gaga appeared, she sang the famous Smelly Cat song with Lisa Kudrow. So that was pretty cool. Lady Gaga showed up. Reese Witherspoon was there too because she made a guest appearance on the show when it aired. Other actors like that, Tom Selleck. And over the years, I had so many big stars like Ben Stiller appeared as well, Danny DeVito. But one actor I was kind of annoyed that didn't show up was Paul Rudd. He showed up in later seasons and he was a love interest for Lisa Kudrow's character Phoebe, and they got together in the show, and he was even there in the very last shot of the show. He's in the very last episode as well, and he didn't appear once, which was kind of annoying for me as a Paul Rudd fan. Arguably the biggest star to come out with Friends, maybe along with Jennifer Aniston. But yeah, the reunion was good. Just to see them all hang out. They talked about all the like behind the scenes, how they all got the roles, the producers, the crew, and and it talked about some of the like struggles as well, trying to shoot, and some of the bloopers and stuff like that. They played a few games. It's basically just a cash grab, but it's like we all want to see this. Who were fans of the show, see them hang out again. And it would have been cool to see an actual reunion episode. But I think this was probably the best way to do it because it doesn't really hurt the original series. If they did a reunion and it didn't live up to the hype, people would be like, "That's the bad memory, the last taste they have of the show." But I think what they did here was right because you, for someone who wasn't a diehard fan, I was emotional watching them kind of interact for the first time in a while and talk about certain things. I can only guess for people who watched the show religiously how would they felt seeing them all together. So for me, it was worthwhile. It's an hour and 40 minutes, so it's like a movie. It basically is, and they play it. They do some readings from the script as well, which was cool to see. So basically, it is kind of a reunion episode. So they do play their characters again for a few moments here and there. So yeah, overall it was good. You can find it on HBO Max or if wherever you really find your HBO shows like Game of Thrones and Mayor of Eastwood, stuff like that. Wherever you watch that shows now, that's where you'll find the Friends reunion episode wherever you live in the world. So I definitely check it out. It's a good one to watch, and it's actually pretty funny. And Matt LeBlanc, who played Joey, he's very funny in person as well. David Schwimmer, he's very funny as well. So like I think it was a pretty good watch. Entertaining. It wasn't boring. James Gordon hosted the kind of Q&A part of it, and he's if you like him, you're going to like that. He was okay, but to bring back some of the old kind of side characters as well. Of course, everyone's older, so it's strange seeing them again. Because when you watch a Friends episode now, they're all the same. They're all that age, and that's how you picture them. But then when you see like side characters like, um, Monica's parents, they're so old. You're like, oh my god, time is moving on. So, but it was pretty cool, Casey, and you should watch Friends. It's an easy watch. Many people
There's 10
discovered it on
seasons
Netflix
though.
as well, and yeah, but it's you kind of just play through it, 23 episodes, and the pacing's good. It's only like three or four locations every episode. Sometimes they might be in someone's workplace or on the street, but basically their two apartments, the coffee shop. So it's a simple show, but it's a lot of fun.
Awesome. Yeah, it has a huge fan base and a lot of people are very passionate about it. So definitely check it out. Like I've been hearing the same thing like you just said, the same thing I've been hearing from people who saw it and they got pretty much, what they wanted from it. So, yeah.
Yeah, and it's amazing the hype that it creates because I think the HBO Max subscribers went up a lot and the view count went up and all their videos as well because they greenlit the Friends reunion.
Yeah.
The trailer got insane views as well. So like I'm surprised they didn't milk it for a few episodes or something like that, you know. But I'm sure it definitely brought in a lot of subscribers to HBO Max and it's all right. I would be interested to see how many it did bring in because this is as big as Justice League, really,
Yeah.
or as big as Godzilla versus Kong, something like this. Maybe even bigger because I think it's over 200 countries had the option to watch this when it was going on as well. Very big in France too. So yeah, it's probably the biggest show of all time.
Yeah, a lot the primary, subscriber drive was going to be the Zack Snyder's Justice League and this one. So it's interesting. It's going to
Because
be
we should
interesting.
say because people will say, "Oh, what about Godzilla versus Kong and Mortal
Mm.
Kombat?" They're movies
Yeah,
that were supposed to be in cinemas. These we're talking about Mayor of Eastwood, Friends, Zack Snyder's Justice League. These are
originals.
originals that
Yeah,
were just supposed to be for the platform. If the pandemic never happened, none of those big movies would ever been on HBO Max. So this is the shows they were hoping to bring in subscribers.
exactly. And I hope they did.
Yeah,
They also just recently launched in Latin America, so it's good for them as well. Of course, they'll be having, they'll probably have way more views and subs than they got from the Snyder Cut because of the huge fan base they
yeah,
have and also
oh yeah,
being in
yeah.
Latin America now. So I can totally see that.
And like like if you just love Snyder Cut stuff or Mirror of Eastwood, but Friends was the biggest thing. You shouldn't be disappointed because you shouldn't be putting these shows up against each other
Yeah,
because they're all originals. You don't see Netflix like saying Jupiter's Legacy beat, you know, whatever show, and they're throwing it in each other's faces. You don't see that stuff happening. That doesn't happen. It's all about the platform, and every show helps get subscribers in. So I like them all, so I'm going to enjoy them all. I just don't like to see people saying, "Oh, this one beat that one." It's the platform. You're supposed to subscribe for the platform, really.
yeah. And it's just cool that you have one subscription and you get all this amazing content from HBO Max originals and also HBO shows. Like the HBO shows are just amazing. They're just the best amongst all the streaming services in
Yeah,
quality. So there's no beating them for sure. So
yeah,
there's that, and also the recent one, which is Mayor of Easttown. We'll definitely be talking about that in in a while.
yeah,
But once again, it's
yeah,
just the HBO brand. It just keeps growing, and it's not only it's not like Netflix. Although I do like Netflix, they have a lot of misses. So HBO doesn't do that. HBO's miss percentage is very, very low, and most of their shows are very high quality. And I just
yeah.
like HBO content. It's just the best one.
Yeah, it's the best quality shows, but they're not as marketed in a way as Netflix do it or Amazon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like HBO have
Well,
like for
Netflix
me,
is
HBO has the
worldwide,
best.
so they have the
Yeah,
advantage.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think HBO helped their
Yeah.
shows enough because they're not everywhere, and there's different kind. There's HBO Go, there's
Yeah.
HBO Max, there's HBO the channel, stuff like that. But yeah, I think they have the best quality. Some of my favorite shows of all time have come from HBO, and they're always high quality, and the stories are always engaging and interesting. So yeah, it's just a pity they don't get as much kind of worldwide recognition as say maybe a Netflix show or something like that. Because Netflix just constant pump
Yeah.
of shows, but the quality isn't always there. HBO, when they have a show, Flight Attendant, Mayor of Easttown, stuff like that, Chernobyl, True Detective, whatever it is, it's it's going to be good.
Yeah.
It's that kind of way. So yeah, but the Friends reunion, it was great to see them all back together. I enjoyed it. A bit emotional at times. It was funny. Seeing them all older makes you kind of think, damn, I'm getting old now as well. So it's definitely worth a watch if you're into Friends.